Hey, welcome to another edition of Local Focus. I'm your host, Sebastian Noel. We have a lot to get to today, including my guest from West Mesa High School, Eloy Medina, will be in the chair today. But first, we have some updates on some previous guests, which we've been getting some feedback online that, hey, we want to keep up with some former guests. So I was looking through some box scores here. This was pretty cool. This is a game you probably saw here on Proview Networks, but when New Mexico Highlands played Chadron State, they had a Friday-Saturday tilt there up north, and one of those games went into overtime. It was a Chadron State game. At the end of that overtime period, 4 New Mexico players on the floor. Desmond Carpenter, DJ Bustos, Jalen Munn, and Jalen Domino Lovato. And obviously 2 of those guys are 2 of my guys. Jalen Munn, 18 minutes played, 1 for 3. Shooting from the field, 9 for 12 at the line for Jalen. He got 7 rebounds, 11 points. Jalen Domino Lovato, 5 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. So they got the win that night in overtime. The next day, I believe, they faced Denver, MSU Denver. They got the win that night. Same thing, man. Jalen Munn, 19 minutes, 2 of 2 shooting, 5 of 6 foul line, 5 rebounds, 9 points. Jalen Domino Lovato, 16 minutes, 3 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. So they're getting in there. I mean, even Mario Archuleta of the Pecos Panthers made an appearance that night. Sonnenberg got into that one. So a couple of guys at Highlands doing well. Then I pulled up the box score from the women's game, maybe more impressive, Maya Rivas. The team not off to a great start there, but Maya, on that first night of a doubleheader, she killed it. 34 minutes played, 18 points, led the team. Next night, again led the team in minutes played and in scoring, 14. So congratulations to Maya. A guy that you may have forgotten about because he's out of state was back in state. Lubbock Christian was playing at Eastern, and Amir is starting to get a lot of time. 23 minutes, 2 of 6 shooting, 6 points for Amir. The game before that, he played 30 minutes. That led everyone off the bench. 5 of 15 shooting, 13 points. So Amir tearing it up right now. And then one that really caught my eye at Roosevelt, a small NAA high school in Illinois, the Lakers. Lucas Jordan, career high 6 3-pointers. So Lucas has been playing well, which is good because that's a guy that didn't get a lot of play out of New Mexico, not a lot of people talking about him. And he's starting to shoot it really well there in Chicago. 18 points, 7 rebounds against Robert Morris. So he's doing well. That's good to see. I was a big fan of his game. And then just so you know, we don't have a bias. We can't show a bias towards our male guests. Espivaros at Army, another West Mesa player. She's getting in there, 9 minutes, point, assist. And then Haley Rizik at Penn. She's doing some things, man, already. In the outdoor season, she won the javelin at the Ryder Invitational. She also had a very good indoor season. She got a personal record in the Princeton Indoor Invitational, and so she's off to a great start there at Penn. And Jordan Jones, if you remember Jordan Jones, former Sandia Matador, former Bull Snake, he just signed a professional contract in Mexico, and he's averaging over 20 points in his first 2 games. So team local focus, they're all over the place. And now I can welcome in my guest, Eloy Medina. Hopefully, we'll be talking about those shots in you in a while, right?
Yeah.
Welcome in.
Thank you.
First thing I want to do right off the bat is I want to go into the top 5 list of the best shooters in the city, okay? We can't include yourself.
All right.
So you're out. So I'll let you go first. Who would you have at number 5?
5, I would like Isaiah Brooks. I think he hit shots against us. I always see him hitting.
Okay, so Isaiah, number 5. All right, I'm going to go with a teammate of his, Josiah Ramos. Maybe, not as percentage-wise, I don't know what his percentage is, but I know damn well if it's an important game, it's the fourth quarter they're going in.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put him at 5. All right, who do you have at 4?
4, I like Derek Isles.
Okay, Derek Isles. That's also my 4.
Yeah.
So we match there. All right, so let's go to 3.
3, I'll take Jude.
That's my 3. So we match at 3. How about that? Now let's go to 2.
2, I don't know. I like. It's hard. There's a lot of shooters.
I know. There's some good shooters, man.
Let's see. 2, I'll probably take Josiah.
Okay, all right. So you got Josiah all the way up at 2.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll take Dom Rivas at my 2. All right, here it is. Your number 1.
I like Derek. Derek just
Derek Chavis.
he's always hitting.
All right.
No matter what, you leave him open, it's
My number 1 was off your list altogether, and it's funny we did this on a previous show, and he wasn't on that list either. But Dion Battle, my man, Dion's not getting any love.
Dion.
Dion can shoot the ball.
He can shoot. I just watched him over a couple of years, and he doesn't shoot like how he plays with us.
Oh man, Dion's not getting any love on the show except for me, man.
Yeah.
All right, so those are pretty good. I mean, I think one-on-one, I think my guys would take your guys, because Dion's got that little bit of a attitude. All right, we're gonna take our first break here since we did a lot of introductory stuff, and then we'll get into Eloy, the best shooter in the city, maybe. A lot of your peers tend to say that. How cool is that to have all your guys that you go against every night saying, "Hey, yeah, Eloy's the man."
I mean, it feels good, but they're pretty good shooters too. I mean, I just play.
All right.
Just play.
Well, we're gonna come back with Eloy Medina right after this.
Huge savings on all jacuzzi and Cal Spas hot tubs and swim spas at Dream Style Remodeling, 1460 Renaissance Boulevard. Enjoy family fun for years to come with your new hot tub or swim spa. Get 20% off select hot tubs and 30% off swim spas. We offer easy financing and free delivery and setup. You can rely on Dream Style Remodeling for complete professional installation. Stop by Dream Style Remodeling today, 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club. Hurry, sale ends soon.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
High school sports are back. You can watch every Proview Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProviewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We're back with West Mesa's Eloy Medina. Before we get into this basketball stuff, I want to get into the sneakers thing because that's kind of a passion for you, right?
Yes.
So tell me about that because I see it all the time on Twitter. So tell me about that.
Sneakers, I just grew up loving them. I mean, shoes, I think, it's the most important part of your outfit. If you don't have shoes, I mean, you can wear a good outfit. I just shoes just tops it all off, though. And
I'm wearing sandals. So go figure. So you've been into this for a while, right? Buying, selling, trading.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Well, me and my friends we always just looked into shoes and just look at the ones that are coming out and just, I don't know, it's an easy way to make money.
Right.
Yeah.
So tell us about that. How do you make money doing that, doing what you're doing?
So usually mostly every sneaker comes out on Saturday morning.
Okay.
So I'll just have like my laptop open.
Okay.
Go bug my mom for her phone, my sisters.
Okay. All right. Are you taking notes, Josh? Because I know, don't you need money? Are you taking notes? All right. Keep going.
Yeah, and it always comes out at 8, so you got to be right on top of it.
8 in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
And sometimes you get that text from coach, practice at 8 too, so you're like.
Oh no, you got coach trying to
Yeah.
cramp your style, right? Okay. So what happens next?
I just run. There's an app, and once it comes out, you enter, and then you wait like 10 minutes, and then you see if you get drawn. But
So you're trying to win sneakers,
Yeah.
basically. And so they give these away every time they come out.
yeah, well,
Okay.
there's only like a certain amount of pairs that come out, so
Right.
some are limited, and that's the shoes that are going for a lot.
Right. But obviously you can't be the only one doing this, right? So everyone.
no, yeah,
So how many people are going for these same sneakers every time?
Oh, there's probably millions, because Twitter, I practically use Twitter for probably shoes,
Right.
and just Twitter just my thing.
So how many times have you won those?
I've only won like 5.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty good though. I
Yeah,
mean, considering how many people do it.
it's hard.
So what's the most you've ever sold a sneaker for?
I really keep, if I win a
Are
big
they, I mean, if they're
shoe,
nice, you keep them?
yeah,
or-
yeah. If they go for a lot, I'll keep them and just save
Okay.
them, just in case.
Okay. And you brought some with you today, right?
Yes.
So tell us about these, the ones that you've brought with. Now, are these ones you've won or just?
No, this is the one I bought off the Go app, and
Okay.
let's see.
Now, when you buy these, how much are these usually going for?
Oh, this shoe right here is probably like 600.
600. I'm wearing
Yeah.
$10 sandals right now.
Yeah, it's Travis Scott. I mean, many people ask me like, would you really like the shoe if it wasn't Travis Scott?
Right.
I mean, I like it because I've never seen a pocket on a shoe.
That is pretty cool. A pocket. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spin that around to the camera. Pocket
Right
in the
here.
shoe. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and the bottom glows in the dark, and just, I don't know, I just like it.
So what's the goal when you buy a shoe like that? Is it to wear it? Is it to
No,
to
all my
just flip it and sell it for more? What's the goal there?
yeah, all my friends tell me like, you have all these shoes and you show up wearing Air Maxes.
Right.
I'm just that type of guy. I don't really like.
So your
Yeah.
closet at home is just full of shoes.
Yeah. Well, I just bought cases to display them on my wall.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see that one while you get the next one out. That is pretty cool to have a pocket. Like this is not the kind of stuff I buy at the Skechers store. I'll tell you that. They don't have $600 shoes at the Skechers store. As a matter of fact. All right. So
And then these ones, this ain't a retro. It's just really, it's Balenciaga, my Balenciaga shoe. It weighs about like 4 pounds each shoe.
okay. So
so-
where is that one you bought or won?
Yeah, I got this one on StockX,
Okay.
verified.
All right.
And then, yeah, I'm not gonna wear these at all.
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't.
Yeah, these go for a lot, but
How much is a lot?
on Balenciaga they're $9.95.
Wow. Okay. So you have to have, our studio's downtown, so you might need an escort to your
Yeah.
car, security.
I was worried about
Right.
walking in with these.
All right. Yeah. So that's pretty big.
Yeah.
So what's the most you've ever sold a pair for?
Most probably like, let's see. I don't really, the ones that are sell for a lot I usually keep, but if I need it, the one I sold is like 500.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So how many pairs of these do you think you have at your house right now?
I probably have like 25, and probably like 22 of them are brand new.
Okay. So like when friends and stuff are coming over, is this the first thing they want to see is your shoes?
Oh yeah, me and my friends love we love looking at shoes. So when I get a new shoe, I'll tell them to come over and I'll let them take a look.
Now, let me ask you this. So if you're the sneakerhead, right? Self-proclaimed. That means you're probably looking at what everyone's wearing on the court too, right?
Yeah, well, for me, I just go with my LeBrons,
Okay.
those
all right,
straps, because I worry about my ankles
Okay.
not twisting them. So I just buy the best basketball shoe that fits for me.
Okay. All right. But what about? I mean, have you ever seen any on the floor on an opponent where you're like, okay, those are nice? I mean,
Yeah.
Who's got? I guess what I'm asking is, whose shoe game is on point in the city?
I see Isaiah Brooks wearing some. He wears some retros during games.
Okay.
I see Elijah Gaxiola wearing. I see him wearing some sixes one time. Yeah, when I usually walk around, I usually look at everyone's shoes and then make my way up.
Okay. So, and your shoes say, don't your shoes say money on the back? Do you still
Yeah,
have those?
yeah, I do.
So tell us about that.
Last year, well, my dad customized my shoes every year, and
Okay.
like he'll just buy them and just give them to me and be like, "Here you go, here's your shoe." And then he usually just puts my name or my nickname, Money Medina, and then just my number.
See, Josh, we're in the wrong business, right? I mean, this seems like this could be a money-making venture here.
Yeah, it's hard though. It's frustrating because you
Right.
wake up at 8 and then you don't get it, and then you just want to go back to sleep. But
What about? I mean, who else? Anyone around you in your circle have they won? You said you won 5 times.
yeah, I won somewhere.
So
around
who else?
there.
Who else has won?
My Nina, my Nina's the first one I go to, just because she knows how to do all that stuff. So I just tell her shoes coming out at 8 if you could try, and I'll text my grandma. But sometimes,
Right. Grandma
Sometimes.
doesn't care about
Yeah.
your shoes at 8 o'clock, probably.
yeah.
No.
And then some of my teammates, Jake's really into shoes. He's the one. Me and him are usually the one that talk about sneakers, and then Makai, we all love retros.
Well, I mean, now if your shoe game is the way it is, like it's got to be tough for your teammates because they can't just come in wearing these raggedy airplane hanger shoes, right? Because you're going to
Yeah.
give them the business if they're not at a certain level with
Yeah,
their shoes,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, I always see. I mean, I know it's hard to like afford all these,
Right.
but like it's just what you just got to buy and sell.
What's the worst shoes you've ever seen on the floor? Like, have you ever pulled a kid aside after you hit 30 on him and said, "Hey, bro, your shoes, maybe I can help you with this." Have you ever seen some
Oh.
shoes on the floor where you're like, man, this guy needs help?
My teammate Brito. I mean,
Oh, man, I was hoping you'd
I-
throw an opponent under the bus.
my teammate Brito, he wearing some shoes that look like the new Tesla truck. So
Oh, yeah, you can't have
I
that.
don't know, but
All right, well, okay, so the 5 you won, which ones are the nicest? You remember the 5 pairs that you won? Do you remember what kind they are?
yes. I won some pink off-white. They're Zoom flies, usually like a running shoe. But yeah, those are probably. I've never had a pink shoe, so I was like, I'm just gonna go for them.
How devastated would you be if Coach Schreier walked into practice tomorrow, and because he's an old school Indiana guy, and he was just like, all right, we're all wearing the same shoes from now on, and he just totally ruined your game like that. How devastated would you be if that happened?
I'd probably have to show him what kind of shoes I got to make him change his mind, because yeah, I don't know about that.
All right, so let's get into the West Mesa thing a little bit. I mean, you played right away. You were in it as a freshman. So talk about that, how tough that was.
Well, I remember my first game against Santa Fe, first freshman game. It was at Santa Fe. I had 2 points. I was shaky. Coach didn't expect a lot from me that first game because he knew I was going to be a little shaky.
Right.
Yeah, I had Jose. He did good that game. Yeah, and I was just nervous.
Right.
First, I had to adjust to the speed.
What's
Yeah.
more difficult, speed or the physicality?
Probably the physicality, because I was in there. I got bumped around a few times. I've never felt that before.
Right.
Because AAU, I mean, when you
No one's
travel,
playing defense. Let's just be
yeah,
honest. Let's cut all the crap out. No one's playing defense at
Yeah.
AAU, okay?
just a battle.
Right.
But yeah, that first game was tough for me.
Right. So, I mean, when did you start to feel comfortable your freshman year? Do you remember when it all clicked? I mean, was there a game? Was there a time in practice? When was it?
Well, I remember that first game. After the game, Jose told me, he was like, I know it's your first game, just like step it up. Like, so I was like, all right. And as like third game went on, I started to feel a little bit more, feel comfortable.
What at the end of your freshman year or through your freshman year, anything that stands out in particular? I mean, whether that be personal achievement or team achievement, or I mean, what was the highlight of the freshman year? You think?
Highlight of, I mean, I was just glad I started as a freshman, because I came in and I didn't think I was gonna start as a freshman, because I was around some pretty good guys, and in practice they would always, because I'm a freshman, so they would always be on me, making it rough for me.
We'll take our first break here, and we'll come back with Eloy, and we'll talk about the rest of his career here at West Mesa.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Plan your adventure at WNMU.edu.
At New Mexico Highlands University, you're more than a student, you're family. Whether you're taking courses in Las Vegas, Santa Fe, Rio Rancho, Albuquerque, or Farmington, you'll get that one-on-one attention to inspire you to reach your goals. Let New Mexico Highlands help take your passion and accelerate it into a career and fulfilling life path. Find out why New Mexico Highlands is the right choice for you. Log on to newmexicohighlands.com today.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
We're back with Eloy Medina here at the West Mesa Mustangs. Eloy, sometimes it's easy to get your buckets as a freshman, right? Because people don't know what to expect. When did you start noticing the trend change where people are obviously they know exactly who you are, every defense is planning. When did that happen?
Uh, I always know Atrisco.
Right.
Atrisco, that was when DeMarcus, he started getting in me, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to do something about this, 'cause
Right.
I can't just, like, the first game I was shooting, I was wide open every time, because they didn't
And
know
that
me.
was which year now? Your sophomore year or your freshman year?
Sophomore.
Okay, so your
Yeah.
sophomore year, first game you're open, second game they're starting to plan for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And then when did that become an every night thing where the teams are starting to know, hey, this is the guy we got to get out on?
Like, sophomore year is when it all started, when I wasn't getting my shots off as easy. I would have to create my own shot.
Right. What does
come
that
off
do as a
screens.
player? I mean, here you have it, you enjoy a very nice freshman season, and now teams are starting to really know that you're the guy that they got to guard. What does that do to you as a player? What's going through your mind?
Uh, I knew coaches expected a lot from me, so I was gonna have to get mine, help the team out, and come off screens. That was my biggest. That was my biggest thing, coming off screens. I wasn't really good at it, so and moving away from the ball, because in AAU I would always just go get the ball and just
Right.
do me. But
You played in a district, especially those years, your earlier years. You played in a district that known for their physical defensive battles, right? With Valley, with DeMarcus at Atrisco. I mean, talk about some of those matchups.
if Valley Shagun, yeah, he was in me from the beginning, right from the tip. He was in me, and sometimes they would switch off with Anthony on me, and then they just throw different guys at me.
Right.
So I wouldn't. Yeah, it was hard.
I mean,
I
how
would-
much that district obviously had to make you a much better player.
Yeah, it got me more. It got me more excited because I know how bad they wanted to stop me, and I just wanted to. I needed to get mine.
Right. And so at that point, now the secret's out. Everyone's guarding you. Are you starting to see a lot of double teams? So, I mean, what are you doing differently at this point to try to score? Or is it just, keep coming off those screens? Or what goes into that?
I think our shooter now, Sonny, our freshman, I think he's helping a lot because it takes the pressure off me a little bit because he came in and nobody knew about him.
Right. I see
Yeah.
that every night.
Yeah,
Right.
he was getting his, and then probably like 3 games they started to recognize who he
Right.
was.
Does that, it's funny that you mentioned that. Do you ever talk to him and say, hey, this is how it starts? And
Yeah.
then, I mean,
I told him it was like that for me, but as he started hitting, I said they're gonna get into you. So you're gonna have to like come off screens, call for a screen, do something.
so obviously you've had a pretty remarkable time here at West Mesa. We talked about, we get to talk to a lot of people, and you're pretty universal. Your name comes up at the top when it comes to shooting. So with that in mind, what's next?
Uh, I want to play college ball, hopefully D1, but I'll take anywhere as long as I get to play,
Right.
get my experience.
Well, when you hear some of these stories, like, I mentioned Lucas Jordan, who went to Roosevelt in Chicago to play, right? And then other guys are there's so many avenues, right? I mean, even a place like Highlands, that could be the first step, right? So what are you doing to get ready for that next step?
I go to the gym every day to play pickup with older guys, try to push me around, get me stronger.
Right.
Because I know in college they're built different up there.
Right, and you've put on a lot of muscle your 4 years there. But I've always wondered, how does a shooter as good as Eloy Medina get that good? Like, how many shots are you putting up a day?
Me and my friends go to the gym every day and just play horse. That's all we play,
Okay.
horse. And then we'll shoot a couple free throws. and
Couple?
Just
Couple?
yeah. I need to work on my free throws.
I was
more.
expecting like you to say like, yeah, I get 300 threes up a day. Like,
Well,
like
it's around there because
Okay, all right.
we play like 10 games of horse. We just keep going.
Okay,
and going.
okay. Who's helped you the most with your shot?
Coach Otero, he was always on me about my shot.
Oh,
'cause-
Manny could shoot.
Yeah,
Manny
we
can shoot.
always shoot, but I'll give him credit. He beats
Right.
me.
What's the most what's the most I guess effective shooting drill or what's the most important thing to your shot that's happened? Whether it be a drill, whether it be a piece of advice you got from someone. I mean, if you could pinpoint something, what was something that really stands out? I mean, if you were training a shooter right now, what would you tell him?
I would honestly have him come off screens because that's how that's how I'm getting my shots, coming off screens, creating my own. I think step back. My dad always on me about the step back because that's the move to get you to college.
Right.
Create your own shot.
I mean, when did you have to realize? You had to realize pretty early that, hey, I'm not going to be open much longer for my time, right? So you had to start the step back. I mean, you do a lot of nice things on the floor, right? Because you're getting doubled every night. So I mean, when did that really start? I guess when did you master all those other things, other than just being squared up and hitting an open shot? Because it seems like now you can get it off over anybody in any situation.
Yeah, well, Otero started seeing that I was having trouble creating my shot. So we went in the gym and he was like, you need to start using the step back to create space from your guy. And then I needed to get my handles up more because Jose, I would usually stand in the corner and he would do him and find me. But at junior year is when I started to play point guard and I had to do what I had to do. So my handles, I need to improve that.
Right. So you've hit a ton of big shots in your career, but is there one that stands out?
The only thing that stands out to me is the Hobbs game.
Okay. Tell us about that, because that was a road game.
Yeah.
So yeah, most of us didn't get to see it. Obviously, we heard about it, but take us through that, because that was a career night.
Yeah, Coach told me, he was like, "There's gonna be a lot of people here." He said.
Yeah, holiday
He said
tournament.
it's gonna be a loud crowd, and I haven't been. That was my first time going to Hobbs, so I didn't know what really to expect. And he said people get season tickets, so I was like, "All right."
So you're pretty stoked already,
Yeah.
right?
So I just
Going
went
in.
in. I went in and knew what to expect because Coach, he told me what to expect, and then game went on. I was just hitting.
Right. When you're hitting shots like that, I mean, how big is the basket? Is it true that they say you think everything's going in?
Yeah, everything just felt good. All my releases just felt good. My moves were feeling good, and then I was hitting some shots that I never really hit, but it was fun. As I started getting going, it just started feeling better.
Right. And what did you end up with that night?
42.
42, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we didn't get to see that, but you've had a lot of close to those. Well, Milo, thanks for coming in, man, and good luck the rest of the way. Obviously, we'll be watching closely because a shooter like you, I'm sure, is going to land somewhere. And thanks for educating us on the shoes as well,
You're
because
welcome.
we need a lot in the shoe game. That's all the time we have for tonight. Thanks for watching.
High school sports are back. You can watch every Proview Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProviewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Calling all football players, are you looking to develop your skills this season? It's never too late or too early to put in the work. Coach Carl Barrere and the Air Barrere program at 8 Grady's Performance Center provide comprehensive position training for aspiring football players at all levels. Whether you're looking to increase your speed, gain strength, or hone your skill, we train all positions with a team of experienced coaches who know what it takes to succeed at all levels from Yaffle to college. Check us out at 8gradys.com to learn more and sign up for training today.